We're doing BAM Box March 2018. I know what you're thinking. It's almost the end of April. Why haven't you done the BAM Box March unboxing? And I'll tell you why. They are really late with delivering this. I literally just got this a few days ago. So the story on that is that they have actually moved their headquarters from Arizona down to Texas. So in that move, it caused them to be late this month in getting everything out. They just had a whole bunch of stuff that they were doing with the move of BAM Box, including a new team, new facility, new shipping house or a postal service to deal with. So they just had a lot to deal with. That being said, just because this one's late, and I accept the reason why this one is late, this box is repetitively late. And that is one of my biggest downfalls of this company, is that they always seem to be having issues with shipping. I accept it for this time because, like, I understand they're in the middle of a move, but what about all the other times? You were in the middle of a move then, and it seems like you're just having a lot of trouble with shipping. I hope that remedies with the new shipping people that they are working with now, but we will just have to wait and see. However, I'm not going to let that distract me from what's inside the box. I am super pumped with the genres that are supposed to be in here. There is supposed to be a Star Wars item, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles item. You know, that one's my favorite. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm hoping it's from the older stuff. There is supposed to be a... what is there supposed to be in here? Avengers item, which I'm kind of iffy on. I'm kind of getting worn out on the whole Avengers thing. I was a big fan, and I've been a big fan for a while. I am planning on going and seeing the new Avengers, but to me it seems like it's just going to be a clusterfuck of special effects with not a lot of story. And although that's going to entertain me, I'm going to walk away, and after a few days I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm actually sad. Like, that movie just didn't quite give me what I wanted to fulfill me to watch it multiple times. So I said Teenage Mutant Turtles, I said Avengers, I said Star Wars. Ghostbusters, please be old Ghostbusters, not new. I know a lot of people hated the new, so I'm really hoping that we don't really get anything from the new Ghostbusters, but that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes that's the cheapest material to get a hold of. And finally, Spaceballs, which I am not familiar with. And I'm sorry, Mike Tapp, if you're watching this, I know the last box I got a Spaceballs item in, he yelled at me for not ever seeing Spaceballs, told me to watch it. I told him I would, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. I gotta find out where to watch it. I don't know if it's on Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime or anything like that. I have all three, I just haven't done the search and haven't put in the work. So, I'm sorry. I will do it, but there's probably going to be an item in here that I have no idea what it is. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Surprisingly, with all the videos that are coming out, I have not seen any spoilers. And usually when Half Geek comes out with his stuff, I'm like, ooh, watch it. But I saw him post his box, and I'm like, no, stay away from it. Not doing it. I want to be surprised. So, first of all, black tissue paper, get that out of the way. With their new move, looks like they haven't gotten their printing set up yet, because I see a spoiler book here, or what is supposed to be the spoiler book, and it's just a sheet of paper. And it doesn't tell you what the variants are. That is depressing. I really like to know what the variants are so that I can go onto the community site and trade for variants I really wanted, or just I know what's out there, so I know what I want. So now it's going to cost some extra searching. And who likes work? Who likes work? Nobody. Let's go ahead and start off with the pin, because that is a piece of every box. This is the Ghostbusters item, and that is Peter Venkman. I'm trying to get the name right. played by Bill Murray. Everybody loves Bill Murray. I don't know anybody who doesn't. I don't want to know anybody who doesn't, because I love Bill Murray. He doesn't, like, I don't like all of his movies, but he is such a unique character. And that's what I like about him, is just that he plays very unique characters, very versatile, but just all around good pin. I don't know if this is probably the regular. I have not received a limited edition pin in a very long time, and usually that accompanies with the 1-up card, but they may not be doing 1-up cards this month because of the move. Next item out of the box, I'm going to go ahead and grab this thing here in a plastic Ziploc baggie. Somebody did point out that they would like to see merchandise actually have packaging instead of just being wrapped up in bubble wrap or being tossed into a Ziploc. And I have to say, I do agree. Like, having that packaging is going to make your item stand out quite a bit more, instead of just throwing them in a Ziploc bag. It just seems kind of lazy. This item, it's a medallion, kind of like a gray in color. Looks like there's hieroglyphics on one side, and then just kind of like a muddled mess on the back side. No flippin' idea. So I'm guessing that this is probably the Spaceballs item. No clue. I've only received one necklace in a box that I actually tried wearing, and it ended up snapping on me within a week. I still have the end piece of it, but I've gotten rid of the band. It was a while back I received a Uncharted Drake's ring on a necklace, on a leather-bound necklace, or what they called leather. I tried it. I liked the item, so I started wearing it. Not really a jewelry kind of guy, so it kind of felt odd or weird. But it ended up snapping in like 2 weeks after I got the box, so I took the ring off of it, and I kept the ring and tossed the whatever kind of leatherish looking strap I got. This is what the is this? Seriously. It's solid metal. It's heavy. And it's literally just looks like a metal Lego that was put together with some red dots on it. Now, I do have to say this about Bandbox. Like, you come up with some pretty obscure props. Props that nobody's going to know what the fuck they are or how to use them. Sorry, I was trying not to cuss there, but I just cannot get by this video without doing it, apparently. This makes absolutely no sense to me. So, why would anybody display something like this? This makes no point. I have no idea. Maybe that's the Spaceball item, and this is something from... What is it? I can't think of what it would be. I mean, I guess I can look into spoilers. I just saw the bottom item, and I'm fucking ecstatic. I did not mean to do that, but just the I didn't see exactly what it was, but just the genre that I saw, and I'm pumped. Next item is the Avengers item, and this is a print. It's kind of like a montage, or what is it? What do you call those? Is it C? Start with a C? I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it's a collection of the characters from Avengers. I know some pretty key characters, I believe, are supposed to perish in this movie, so I'm a little worried about who's the end. And I hope they're not killing off characters just because the person doesn't want to play that character anymore. That's one of my biggest fears. I want it to actually follow the way it was meant to be followed throughout the comics. I don't read comics. I'm not into the storylines of comics, but I am still a nerd. I'm still a fan of when my fandoms are done and they don't hold true to the story. It pisses me off. So even though I'm not a fan of comics, I've never read the Avengers comics, I wanted to stay true to the story of the Avengers comics, not changed for their profit or their convenience. So, I do really like this one, and I know Logan Pack, who did this, also did another print that I absolutely loved, and that was The Death of Gwen Stacy. I've got that up on my wall in my bedroom. I actually love that one, and this one I think is going to go right next to it. So, super happy with the print. I am a print guy. No disappointment there. So I'm liking the Ghostbusters and I'm liking the print, and I know that I'm going to love the last item, because it is the main fandom of mine, but not the only fandom, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it looks like it's from the animated series, the older animated series, because everything nowadays looks like a square. I don't know if you know that. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, they look blocky, and I hate that art style. Like, absolutely hate it. So I won't touch it. I won't watch it. This print, 8x10 from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, has been hand-signed by Greg Berg, who voiced Donatello and Bebop in the cartoon, and was signed during private signing with the bandbox. So I'm imagining the variant of this is going to be the Bebop signed print of him. The autograph is a little messy and not all that great. But still, super pumped to get this. Donatello is my favorite turtle, so this is a huge double winner for me. Turtles and Donatello, can't lose. Loving this. Absolutely loving this. I'm really curious as to what the variance is, because I might go for all of them. Win. Let's go ahead and do a real quick recap of what actually is in here. I see the pictures. And it's not a picture of the items, it's just a picture of the genre that it comes from. But I have not read the actual words that go along with it. So let's go ahead. Greg Berg signed photos, Funkos, and DVDs. Is that what we could have gotten? That is awesome. I'm going to have to look for those. Especially like the DVDs. That is phenomenal. I'd really like a Funko. Anybody who's got a Funko, if you want to trade anything, I've got a crap ton of stuff outside my room for trade. Absolutely in love with this item. I usually save the ones I'm absolutely in love with for last, because this one is going to get a 9 out of 10. Could have been a little bit better, but I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Fantastic. Next item is, let's go ahead and do one of these things. Lone Star Birthright Pendant. This is Spaceballs. I like the item. I like that it's unique. It's a medallion. I don't get a lot of medallions or necklaces in the box. Usability, not really a jewelry person, but it is a possibility that I could wear this if I like the movie. Mike Tap, I'm getting to that. Since I don't know the movie, could be a decent item. Giving this a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad score, not a great score. 6 out of 10. Next item is going to be the pin. Ghostbusters. Huge fan of Ghostbusters. Huge fan of Bill Murray. I'm curious as to what the variants are. Logan Pack was the artist for these as well. However, I originally started trying to collect the pins. They released so many with the limited boxes, the regular boxes, the horror boxes, and I'm just like, enough. I cannot afford to keep going on with these pins. So I actually just started to sell them off. So I might actually keep this one, but I might end up getting rid of it. We'll see. I'm giving this an 8 out of 10. Liking that item. The Avengers print. This one, Infinity War print 2/3. So I'm assuming that there is 3 prints that you could have gotten. I'll have to take a look into those. Probably a black and white variant out there. Usually is. Huge fan of this one. I'm also going to give this an 8 out of 10. Excited to see the movie. The movie's not out yet, but will be soon. Now this item. This one apparently is the data storage unit replica for R2-D2 in Star Wars. Where the fuck did you even design this from? I don't remember this ever being an actual piece of the Star Wars movies. So, did you just create your own merchandise for a movie? Like, I think his data storage unit would look like this. Boom. Done. Got a prop. Got something to sell. No. This is an absolute piece of crap. Absolutely hate this item. I never usually give items a 0 out of 10, so I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. If I gave things zeros, this would be a 0, but this is a 1 out of 10. That is annoying. However, I did like 4 out of the 5 items out of this box. If you liked any of the boxes or are interested in this, I'll toss it in for just shipping. I don't care. Let me know, and I haven't been very good at leaving links down below, but I will try to leave a link down below for the BAM box, so in case you want to get one. I am also excited for April's box, which will be shipped out at the end of the month. We hope. If they get their shipping stuff back on track. So make sure you keep an eye out for that video, probably coming in early May. I'm excited to see you there, but that's going to do it for this one. Later, dudes.